Hello and good morning. Thank you for being a part of the channel. If you are a new listener or a new subscriber, welcome aboard. Yeah, thank you so much for being a part. We are going to get into more of the Book of Jubilees, okay, in this ancient text that, again, the Vatican and those who assembled the King James Version Bible chose to exclude, okay, for various reasons. A lot of those reasons are to keep you in the program, keep you in the matrix, keep you focused on a man or a woman who is to guide you and not allowing you the opportunity to take advantage of what Yeshua did, and that was reconciling us unto the Father. That was the consummation, okay? And so man doesn't want you to be consummated to highest divine white light. Yahweh, Abba Father, Elohim, El Shaddai, however you refer to that deity, okay? They don't want that, right? Also, I want to say a prayer for my divine masculine, and just divine masculines and divine feminines in general, okay? So regardless of if you are with your divine masculine or divine feminine, or if you are not currently, okay, and you are awaiting their arrival or what have you, then you need to speak over them. You need to speak healing and wellness and protection over them just as you do yourself, okay? And so universe, Horus, highest divine white light, ascended masters, Anunnaki, highest divine white light, I declare and decree over not only my divine masculine who's coming towards me. Again, anyone can be a divine masculine or a divine feminine, and has nothing to do with what's between your legs, okay? Nothing whatsoever. We all have masculine and feminine energies. If you don't believe me, then taken to the extreme or misinterpreted, the individual becomes a homosexual or a lesbian. That's what happens when masculine energy is misdirected and feminine energy is misdirected, okay? So that's just proof that we all have both, okay? We all hear from Satan and Jezebel, just like we hear from highest divine white light and our ancestors, okay? So I thank you, highest divine white light, for them, for the joining of these unions across the world, okay, across the planet, across the earth, whether currently or in process. I'm looking at an acorn. Alexa, what is the spiritual significance of acorns?
Some health benefits commonly associated with acorns may include providing potassium, iron, vitamin A, vitamin E, plant compounds, and antioxidants, preventing heart disease, preventing diabetes, reducing risk of cancer, promoting gut health.
Okay. So that might be something, a way, if you grab out on your walk, pick up some acorns, okay? That could help you cleanse your energy, clear your energy. And again, I'm talking about our divine partners coming in. So also, it could help with that connection, okay? And for me, I have been telepathically communicating from time to time with whoever this divine masculine is, okay? And so know that that's also possible. But again, in order to do that, you have to clear your energy, your chakras, okay? Confirmation, okay? And so, yeah, so let's go ahead and get going. Divine masculines, divine feminines, again, Happy day, happy Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, I think, right? The 24th of July. Right? So we are on to the next section, or on to more of the Book of Jubilees. Excuse me. So we are dealing with Cain and Abel currently. It looks like we're going to be anyway. Okay. And in the third week, in the second Jubilee, she gave birth to Cain, and this is Eve, gave birth to Cain, and in the fourth, is that right? I believe so. Let me go back and check and see. Yes. Correct. Okay. So we're talking about Eve, Adam and Eve. They have just been kicked out of the Garden of Eden, okay, and sent to the Cave of Treasures. All right. For disobedience, obviously. And in the third week, in the second Jubilee, she gave birth to Cain, and in the fourth, she gave birth to Abel. And in the fifth, she gave birth to her daughter, Awan. It's interesting that I don't even know if that's mentioned between Genesis and Revelation. Their daughter. I don't even think she's mentioned. Again, a lot of details are covered in the Book of Jubilees and other canonical texts that are removed, that are not in Genesis to Revelation. That's why it's so important to not just believe what a man or woman says. Don't believe just what Joyce Meyer says. Don't believe just what Kenneth Cole. I wouldn't believe anything that any of these individuals say that I'm naming. Creflo Dollar, I would not believe anything that these individuals are saying. Okay? These are money-hungry holes, money-hungry bitches. These Azazel spirits, Apophis, Jezebel spirits. And once again, let's go ahead and get the definition of a spiritual bottom feeder. Alexa, what is a spiritual bottom feeder?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor,
Alexa, cancel.
a bottom
Alexa, what is a spiritual bottom feeder?
A spiritual bottom feeder is a person who feeds off of the spiritual energy of others. They are often seen as negative influences in people's lives because they take without giving back. Examples of spiritual bottom feeders include cheaters, liars, and those who exploit others for personal gain.
Alexa, more definitions of a spiritual bottom feeder?
A spiritual bottom feeder is someone who takes advantage of others' misfortunes for their own gain, often using their religious or spiritual beliefs to justify their actions. This can include scammers who prey on the faith of others, or individuals who exploit spiritual communities for personal gain.
So there you go. All right. So those individuals telling you to give them money for their jets, give you money because you will be blessed, any prosperity gospels and all of that, right? That's all bullshit. That is all bullshit. Okay? Paula White and all these other individuals, that is bullshit. Okay? You do not need to give your money to a church in order for you to prosper. You need to give offerings of any type to highest divine white light. Does a church need money? Absolutely. But the way that the church needs to go about this is the church needs to be transparent in saying, this is what our mortgage costs. Okay, so at the Rock of Central Florida, where I was a part of for 20 years, their mortgage was $12,000 a month, I believe. Okay, so $12,000 a month, 12 might be significant for you, $12,000 a month. What Steve should do is share with everyone what the bills of that place is, so that he can receive contributions that way, okay? Instead of locking people in to something that was never meant for the church. The tithe, a tenth, is meant for highest divine white light, and it is meant to be sown into others. We learned that in the book of the infancy of Yeshua. They gave offerings to Yeshua. They give offerings to individuals. An offering, a tithe, is never meant to be given to an organization. Okay? A tithe is precious. That is to be sown into an individual, not given to a church or religious organization. Okay? That's a lie. All right? Many people would not be in poverty today financially if they did not give all their money to Joel Osteen, if they did not give all their money to Creflo Dollar, and they didn't get to ride on the jet that he manipulated them into giving him money for. Okay? And in the first year of the third Jubilee, Cain slew Abel because God accepted the sacrifice of Abel, see that? And did not accept, that's an offering, the offering of Cain. It says it right there. Right there. And he slew him in the field, and his blood cried from the ground to heaven, complaining because he had slain him. And the Lord reproved Cain because of Abel, because he had slain him, and he made him a fugitive on the earth because of the blood of his brother, and he cursed him upon the earth. And on this account it is written on the heavenly tablets, cursed is he who smiteth his neighbor treacherously. And let all who have seen and heard say, so be it. And the man who hath seen and not declared it, let him be accursed as the other. And for this reason we announce, we come before the Lord our God, all the sin which is committed in heaven and earth, and in light and in darkness, and everywhere. And Adam and his wife mourned for Abel 4 weeks of years. And in the 4th year of the 5th week, they became joyful, and Adam knew his wife again. And so during their mourning process, they were not even intimate with one another. And she bare a son, and called him Seth. For she said, God hath raised up a second seed unto us on the earth instead of Abel, for Cain slew him. And so Seth is their rainbow baby. Okay, the promised baby. Okay, after one was deceased. Again, I have been connected with many people who have released the son back into the esoteric, back to Most High at the child's infancy. And then later on, they received a promised seed, a promised child, okay, a rainbow child, because of their faithfulness, okay, and their willingness to understand and let that go and not be angry at highest divine white light for that, okay? Some things are simply out of your control, so don't fight the feeling is what I'm hearing. Don't fight it, okay? Allow it. Okay, life is about allowing in and allowing out. That's what life is about. Becoming as water. Okay, water doesn't fight it. Water is not like, don't pour me in the glass. I don't want to form into a glass. Don't pour me down a river. I don't want. Water just goes with it. Just goes with it. Okay? And in the 6th week, he begot a daughter, Azurah. And Cain, again, I don't think these daughters are mentioned in between Genesis and Revelation. And Cain took Awan, his sister, to be his wife, and she gave birth to Enoch. And the Enoch at the close of the 4th Jubilee, and in the 1st year of the 1st week of the 5th Jubilee, houses were built on the earth, and Cain built a city and called its name after the name of his son Enoch. And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she bare yet 9 sons. Again, I don't know if that's mentioned. And in the 5th week of the 5th Jubilee, Seth took Azurah, his sister, to be his wife. And in the 4th year of the 6th week, she bare him Enos. He began to call on the name of the Lord on the earth. So there must have been some type of protection for incest. Highest Divine White Light, I look forward to getting that download and understanding that. He allowed incest at some point, just like he allowed polygamy. Those things piss me off. I have to be really clear and transparent. Those things piss me off. Okay? The patriarchs from Adam to Noah. Okay? And in the 7th Jubilee, in the 3rd week, Enos took Noam, his sister, to be his wife, and she bare him a son in the 3rd year of the 5th week. Highest Divine White Light could have created, just like he did Eve for Adam, he could have created again. Let me just let that go. Okay. And in the 7th Jubilee, in the 3rd week, Enos took Noam, his sister, to be his wife, and she bare him a son in the 3rd year of. I'm going to do some research after this finishes and find out. Yeah, I'm going to do my research into other canonical texts and things and find out about Highest Divine White Light allowing incest and things. Bare him a son in the 3rd year of the 5th week, and he called his name Kenan. And at the close of the 8th Jubilee, Kenan took Mauleleth, his sister, to be his wife, and she bare him a son in the 9th Jubilee, and in the 1st week, in the 3rd year of this week, and he called his name Mahalalel. And in the 2nd week of the 10th Jubilee, Mahalalel took unto him to wife Dinah, the daughter of Barakalel, the daughter of his father's brother, and she bare him a son in the 3rd week in the 6th year, and he called his name Jared. And for in his days the angels of the Lord descended on the earth, those who are named the Watchers, that they should instruct the children of men, and that they should do judgment and uprightness on the earth. And we read about the Watchers in the book of Enoch, the 1st book of Enoch. I'm going to be covering the 2nd and 3rd books of Enoch as well. Okay, we will be. And in the 7th Jubilee, Jared took to himself a wife, and her name was Baraka, the daughter of Rasujah, a daughter of his father's brother, in the 4th week of this Jubilee, and she bare him a son in the 5th week in the 4th year of the Jubilee, and called his name Enoch. And he was the first among men that are born on earth, who learnt writing and knowledge and wisdom, who wrote down the signs of heaven according to the order of the months of the book. Okay? And we know through the 1st book of Enoch that Highest Divine White Light specifically chose Enoch to show him, take him on these esoteric journeys through the 10 heavens and all these other places that he went, showing him the portal of the sun, the portal of the moon, other star portals, and how they came to be and why. Okay? There's for edification. Writing and knowledge, and who wrote down the signs of heaven according to the order of their months, that men might know the seasons of the years according to the order of their separate months. And he was first to write a testimony, and he testified to the sons of men according to the generations of the earth, and recounted the weeks of the Jubilee, and made known to them the days of the years, and set in order the months, and recounted the Sabbaths of the years as we made them known to him. And what was and what will be, he saw in a vision of his sleep, as it as it will happen to the children of men throughout their generations until the day of judgment. He saw and understood everything and wrote his testimony and placed the testimony on earth for all children of men and for their generations. And in the 12th Jubilee and in the 7th week thereof, he took himself a wife, and her name was Edni, Edni, the daughter of Denel, and he, Denel, the daughter of his father's brother, and in the 6th year in this week she bare him a son, and he called his name Methuselah. And he was moreover with the angels of God these 6 jubilees of years, and he showed him everything which is on earth and in heaven, and the rule of the sun, and wrote down everything. And he testified to the watchers who had sinned with the daughters of men. Again, the watchers, fallen Anunnaki. Not all Anunnaki had fallen, but fallen Anunnaki came down here to teach, dare I say incest. Dare I say incest, highest divine white light. Dare I say incest, as you've allowed it to happen. Dare I say, teach them incest, Sodom and Gomorrah, homosexual, lesbian relationships. Okay? And he testified to the watchers who had sinned with the daughters of men, for these had gone to unite themselves so as to be defiled with the daughters of men, and Enoch testified against them all. And he was taken from amongst the children of men, and we conducted him into the Garden of Eden in majesty and honor, and behold, there writeth down the condemnation and judgment of the world, and all the wickedness of the children of men. And on account of it, God brought the waters of the flood upon all the land of Eden. And so we know from genealogy, so we know Enoch is Methuselah's father, and Methuselah is Noah's grandfather leading up to the flood. Okay? Upon all the land of Eden. For there he set as a sign, and that he should testify against all the children of man, that he should recount all the deeds of the generations until the day of condemnation. And he burnt the incense of the sanctuary, even sweet spices, acceptable before the Lord on the mount. For the Lord hath 4 places on the earth, the Garden of Eden, and the mount on the east, and this mountain on which thou art this day, Mount Sinai. Again, that's the mount that Moses went to, okay, and received the tablets. Okay, people, I saw a joke, and it's a pretty funny meme. It says Moses was the first one to get to download on tablet, right? And so Moses was the first one to get downloads on the tablet. And Mount Zion, which will be sanctified in the new creation for a sanctification on the earth. Through it will the earth be sanctified from all its guilt and its uncleanness throughout the generations of the world. And in the 4th Jubilee, Methuselah took unto himself a wife, Edna. I've been getting the name Edna. I know an Edna. I believe she passed a couple of years ago. Her name is Edna Peterson. Yes, Edna Peterson. Okay, I knew her when she was a child, when we were children. Okay. Of Azrael, the daughter of his father's brother, in the 3rd week, in the 1st year of this week, and he begat a son, and called his son Lamech. And in the 15th Jubilee, in the 3rd week, Lamech took to himself a wife. Lamech was a polygamist also, right? Along with Abraham, Jacob, Isaac, David. Took to himself a wife, and her name was Betanos, the daughter of Barachiel, the daughter of his father's brother. And in this week she bare him a son, and he called his name Noah, saying, This one will comfort me for my trouble and all my work, and for the ground which the Lord hath cursed. Okay, so Noah was born a almost pale skinned, gray haired, with blue eyes, like indigo child. Okay, that's Noah. That's how Noah was born. And we know this through our journey through the Book of Enoch, or yes, through the Book of Enoch, and also through the 12 patriarchs. Okay, we get a physical description of what Noah looked like. And all his work. And at the close of the 19th Jubilee, in the seventh week, in the 6th year thereof, Adam died. Alexa, how old was Adam when he died?
According to Genesis chapter 5 verse 5, Adam lived for 930 years.
Okay, so there you go, 930 years. So in the 930th year of Adam, he died, and that was in the 19th Jubilee, in the 7th week, in the 6th year. Okay? All his sons buried him in the land of his creation. And he was created in the Garden of Eden. That's interesting. But that's not where they buried him. They were not allowed to go there. There was a cherubim of a swinging sword placed at the entrance of the Garden of Eden, okay, after Adam and Eve's fall from grace. And he was the first to be buried in the earth. And he lacked 70 years see, there you go, confirmation. He lacked 70 years of 1,000 years. So yes, 930 years. 70 years minus, right? You got that, mathematical. Minus 90 years, or 1,000 years minus 70 is 930. For 1,000 years are as one day in testimony of the heaven, and therefore it is written concerning the tree of knowledge. On the day that ye eat thereof, ye will die. For this reason he did not complete the years of his days. So he was supposed to complete probably a full 1,000 years. For he died during it. And at the close of this Jubilee, Cain was killed after him in the same year. For his house fell upon him, and he died in the midst of his house. And he was killed by his stones. For with a stone he killed Abel, and by a stone was he killed in righteous judgment. For this reason it was ordained on the heavenly tablets, with the instrument with which a man killeth his neighbor, with the same he shall be killed. And again, today that's still true. So for those of us who are functioning in our higher, truer, authentic self, okay, we are functioning as the earth angel, healer, light worker, starseed, extraterrestrial being that we are on this planet, to raise the vibration of this planet, and at this time welcome in the age of Aquarius. So those of us who are functioning at this, those who have come against us, whether through MK Ultra, Illuminati, secret societies, Masons, Eastern Star, Skull and Bones, any other secret programs that man has conjured up, including the 3D Matrix to keep you in religious actions and religious ways, okay, that are fruitless. Okay, religion and insanity have the same definition. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Alexa, what's the definition of religion?
Religion is usually defined as a set of beliefs concerning the cause, nature, and purpose of the universe, especially when considered as the creation of a superhuman agency or agencies, usually involving devotional and ritual observances, and often containing a moral code governing the conduct of human affairs. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for religion.
Alexa, what is the definition of religious?
As an adjective, religious is usually defined as of, relating to, or concerned with a set of beliefs concerning the cause, nature, and purpose of the universe, especially when considered as the creation of a superhuman agency or agency.
Okay. So, again, people do things religiously. Insanity and religion, religious, same definition. Where are we at? Okay, man falls by the same instrument that they send out through evil acts. Those evil acts could be witchcraft or physical things that they do directly against you, right? Most of these individuals, these demonic spirits, Azazel, Apep, Apophis, Satan, Jezebel, they hide their hand. Okay, so they're doing things behind the scenes, okay, in most cases. After the manner that he wounded him, in like manner shall they deal with him. And in the 25th Jubilee, Noah took to himself a wife, and her name was Emzara, the daughter of Rachiel, the daughter of his father's brother, in the first year, in the first year, in the 5th week, and in the 3rd year thereof she bare him Shem, and in the 5th year thereof she bare him Ham, and in the 1st year, in the 6th week, she bare him Japheth. Okay? And so let's go on to the next section, and we'll probably finish up here. Let me see how long this, yes, we'll finish up here for this particular reading. The fall of the angels and their punishment, and the deluge. I got that word download yesterday on my walk in the evening, deluge, foretold. And it came to pass, when the children of men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the angels of God saw them on a certain year of this Jubilee, that they were beautiful to look upon. And they took themselves wives, again, this is the Anunnaki, and Nephilim, and took them wives, of whom they chose, and they bare unto them sons, and they were giants. Okay, my right ear is ringing. And lawlessness increased on the earth, and all flesh corrupted its way, alike men and cattle. I wonder if highest divine white light thought, or was hoping, just like when he created Adam and Eve, that they would not, but they did. So I wonder if highest divine white light was hoping that in allowing this incest for populating the earth, again, divine creator created what we see here, breathe, all of that in 6 days. Surely he could have created wives for these men instead of birthing them through ancestral ways. Okay, but he chose to. Maybe he had a hope that it would not go to the extent that it did. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. And lawlessness increased on the earth, and all flesh corrupted its way, alike men and cattle and beasts and birds and everything that walketh on the earth. All of them corrupted their ways and their order, and they began to devour each other, and lawlessness increased on the earth, and every imagination of the thoughts of all men was thus evil continually. And God looked upon the earth, And behold, it was corrupt, and all flesh had corrupted its orders, and all that were upon the earth had wrought all manner of evil before his eyes. And he said, I shall destroy man and all flesh. He should have done that more than once. I shall destroy man and all flesh upon the face of the earth, which I have created. But Noah found grace before the eyes of the Lord, and against the angels whom he had sent upon the earth, he was exceedingly wroth and angry, and he gave commandment to root them out of all their dominion. And he bade us to bind them in the depths of the earth, and behold, they were bound in the midst of them, and are kept separate. And so even highest divine white light removes his energy from demons, demonic spirits. Okay. And against their sons went forth a command from them before his face, that they should be smitten with the sword and removed from under heaven. And he said, Thy spirit will not always abide on man, for they also are flesh, and their days shall be 120. That's when he shortened the days. So originally man was given 1,000 years. Methuselah came closest at 969. Okay? 20 years, 120 years. And he sent his sword into their midst, that each should slay his neighbor, and they began to slay each other till they fell by the sword and were destroyed from the earth. And their fathers were witnesses of this destruction. After this, they were bound in the depths of the earth forever. Again, in the center of the earth is where purgatory, hell is. Okay, it's a ball of fire. It's a physical ball of fire, but spiritually, esoterically, that is where hell is. Until the day of the great condemnation, when judgment is executed on all those who have corrupted their ways and their works before the Lord. He destroyed all from their places, and there was not left one of them whom he judged according to all their wickedness. And he made for all his works a new and righteous nature, so that they should not sin in their whole nature forever, but should be all righteous, each in his kind, always. And the judgment of all is ordained and written on the heavenly tablets in the righteousness. Was that a beep of some sort? Was that a confirmation? Did I just hear a beep? And the judgment of all is ordained and written on the heavenly tablets in righteousness, even the judgment of all who depart from the path which is ordained for them to walk. And if they walk not thereon, judgment is written down for every creature and for every kind. That's why there's nothing new under the sun. It's all laid out. It's spiritual principles. Okay? And there is nothing in heaven or on earth or in light or in darkness or in Sheol, that's evil, or in the depth or in the place of darkness, which is not judged, and all their judgments are ordained and written and engraved. In regard to all he will judge, the great according to his greatness, and the small according to the smallness, and each according to his weight. And he is not one who will regard the person of any. So he has no respect of persons. He's looking at your righteousness, your deeds, your intentions, your heart. Nor is he one who will receive gifts. He saith that he will execute judgment on each. If one gave, and that speaks to burnt offerings, by the way, gifts, nor accept anything. Did I skip? If anyone gave everything that is on the earth, he will not regard the gifts or the person of any, nor accept anything at his hands, for he is a righteous judge. And of the children of Israel it hath been written and ordained, if they turn to me, or see, I said me, they turn to him in righteousness. I was going to say me, meaning highest divine white light, not me, Nehru. If they turn to him in righteousness, he will forgive all their transgressions and pardon all their sins. It is written and ordained that he will show mercy to all who turn from all their guilt once each year. As for all those who corrupted their ways and their thoughts before the flood, no man's person was accepted save that of Noah alone. For his person was accepted in behalf of his sons, whom God saved from the waters of the flood on his account. For his heart was righteous in all his ways, according as it was commanded regarding him, and he had not departed from the ought that was ordained for him. And the Lord said that he would destroy everything which was upon the earth, both men and cattle and beasts and fowls of the air, and that which moved upon the earth. Okay? So it is 41:46 on the timer. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 10:10 a.m.
Bam! Confirmation with a 10:10. I love it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much, Highest Divine White Light, for the wisdoms and downloads, spiritual downloads, and esoteric downloads that we receive through the reading of the words that you've given to high vibrational beings who were sent here, descended here upon the earth, and given charge to carry out your righteousness in whatever fashion or way that righteousness may have been needed to be carried out at that given time and place in history. Okay? Again, to our divine masculines, divine feminines, I speak justice, I speak strength to you. Okay? Love and protection. Okay? From Horus, okay, I speak to the deities that I am highly connected with. Okay? Through my ascended masters, Saint Germain, Yeshua, Saint Martha, Mary, Saint Mary, Buddha, okay, Suryao. Okay? Thank you, highest divine white light, for these divine connections. Okay? The spirit of Helena Blavatsky, okay, to these higher esoteric beings, again, that have come here to shed light on the oneness of who we are, okay, and the truth about how we are to conduct ourselves here in the 3D on this planet, okay, so that our days may be long and flourished. Again, this decreased to 120 days, to 120 years, okay. I have gotten downloads for myself in regards to that. I won't share that on this channel. That's way too much personal information, okay, that perhaps karmics will have, because they do listen to this channel just like karmics listen to other channels, esoteric beings on this channel or on this platform who share divine information. Okay, so as always, thank you so much for tuning in. My name's Nehru. This is Esoteric Guidance. Tune in again tomorrow when we share more from the Book of Jubilees in greater detail, as you can see here, than in Genesis to Revelation. Many things are mentioned here in Genesis that are not mentioned Genesis to Revelation, including the daughters that were born, including creatures that were created. Yesterday we learned about the sea monsters and other beings that were created that are not mentioned between Genesis and Revelation. Okay? So thank you so much as always again, and be encouraged.